Hello, hello. Welcome everyone to the Dr. Janine Show. I'm so happy to have you all here today. We have some exciting topics that we will be discussing, things that we haven't shared before, and it's going to be a great day. Now remember, it's always an interactive show. You have the ability to win prizes, so stay tuned for the entire thing. You're going to love it. And this week's prize, I believe we still have to grab, so we can show you what that is. Okay, what are we talking this week? We are talking cellulite and what we can do about it naturally. I've got a great hack for that. You're going to love that recipe. Please tell me where everybody is from. Hello, hello. Nice to see you, Fashionista Liz. Hello, and thank you for tuning in. Please tell me where you're all from as well. It's so great to see you. Anisha, yes, I'm doing great. I hope you're all well as well. And I will have a chance to answer some of your questions in a little bit as well. So great to see you all. Okay, we're talking cellulite and what we can do about that. We're also talking about circulation. Does everybody know what this is? This is a vein. So we're going to be talking circulation and why that's so important as well. We're also going to be talking about when to best take a specific nutrient, that magnesium, and my sort of views on that based on my research over the years, which is so important. It's going to change your life when you take magnesium at the right time. We're talking hair loss as well. And guess what? Today I'm asking you questions. You're going to help me to fill in my chart. So that's going to be super fun as well. And we're talking low thyroid. We had so many questions last week about low thyroid. I'm an expert in low thyroid, having had low thyroid issues myself. So I'm going to share my hacks, my tips, my natural tips. Of course, that's what we talk about here at the Dr. Janine Show. I'm going to share all those tips with you today. So it's a jam-packed show. Stay tuned, buckle up, and stay tuned for the ride. Okay, please share today's live as well. So great to have you all here. Hello, hello, and please tell me where you are from. Is it Bill Queese 001? You are in Nairobi right now, but originally from the UK. Well, welcome to the show. It's great to have you here. If anybody who's here for the first time, please put a 1 in the comments. I want to see who's here. Terry in California, the Bay Area. Hello, nice to see you. Good morning. Good morning. I guess it's pretty early there. Hello, Valeria in Barcelona. Thank you. Thank you. I was in Barcelona last summer. Loved it. Beautiful place. And okay, so I want to share something with you in case you missed it. Something happened a little over a month ago, I'm going to say, back in June. Well, all of a sudden, I got a message, a direct message, a DM, from someone at the New York Post asking me about my video. So I don't know if you all saw this. I want you to check it out. If you do an online search of ghost poop, you may just see this. And this was in the New York Post, an amazing article that was written about the ghost poop and my viral TikTok. So check it out. It's a fun thing. I love talking. In case you haven't met me before, I talk all things natural on this show. And of course, I talked about the poop, and this is the famous poop platter. And let me just show you the happy poop. We all want to have happy poops every day. And I've got so many tips on my social media platforms as to how to have that healthy and happy poop. So yeah, stay along for the ride. This is what you're in for. Okay, we're talking all things natural. Now let's talk about hair loss. And this is going to be a little bit different today because I'm going to be asking you to help me to fill in my chart. Okay, are we ready? So what could be some deficiencies that cause hair loss? I want you to tell me, and I'm going to fill in the great answers. What we will be talking about in a few moments is what to avoid in your supplements. There's this one really toxic ingredient that's in most supplements, unfortunately. We're going to be talking about that when we go over to the kitchen. So stay tuned for that as well. Okay, so what are we looking here? We already have answers. All right, I love this. Yes, Gloria, can you be a bit more specific in your answers? Awesome, awesome, awesome. And you guys are actually filling in some of the ones that I didn't even have on my own list, so I like that. A lot of people are saying vitamin D, so I'm going to put that actually first. Vitamin D deficiency. Okay, I like those answers. Okay, here we go. Anybody else? And let's see. Who else has some great answers? Oh, Nancy, I like this answer. Absolutely. That is definitely on the list. A zinc deficiency can also absolutely cause that hair loss. Gloria, love this on TikTok. Yes, collagen. Absolutely. That's why having enough collagen, and that's one of the reasons why I take a collagen supplement every day, is to help with hair Amazing. Instagram, what have you got? You've got low thyroid, absolutely. So your low thyroid is another cause for that hair loss. Good job, everyone. And Chalecki13, I like that. I like that answer, aging. Yeah, absolutely. And that's when we can have a lot of these deficiencies. Who else has it? Okay. All right, Facebook has magnesium. Magnesium deficiency, also a common cause of that hair loss. Give me one more, guys. Come on, just do your best. You don't have to get it right. It's okay. Just try your best. I like Fanny, aesthetics, B complex, absolutely. Our B vitamins, very, very important. Of course. Oh, I see this on YouTube. Lidija O, protein. That was number 2 on my list, actually. Protein deficiency. Really important that you're getting enough protein, especially ladies. We often don't get enough protein. So congratulations, good job, everyone. That was fantastic. You guys are so fast and so educated. I see a lot of people putting iron in there. That was also on my list. I didn't put it here yet, did I? No, iron. I have to put iron. Absolutely, that was on my list. But we added in that vitamin D, which was important as well. So if you want to screenshot this really quickly, of course, we have to always optimize our minerals, our protein, our vitamin D, everything that we see here on the list. So you've got that. And we're going to be talking about the best time to take your magnesium. I'll also be talking about low thyroid because I had a lot of questions last week about tips for low thyroid. So that's coming up as well. Okay, let's go over here and let's talk now a little bit about when is the best time to take your magnesium. Well, most people get this wrong. And if anybody's taking magnesium, please put a 2 in the comments really quickly. I want to see how many people take magnesium. It doesn't matter which type you're taking, although I do have my favorite. But who takes a magnesium? Put a 2 in the comments. Yes, yes, yes. I see a lot of people on YouTube take, yes, Julie, Kathy. Kathy, yes, thank you very much. Carrie, Sherry, Dora, American Ambition, Anna, Leah, okay, amazing. A lot of people are taking magnesium. Oh my goodness, yes. I see Lisa, Chico. Sorry if I can't call out all your names. Life is good. J.G.K. O'Neill, Chantel, Daniel. Yes, yes, yes. Amazing, amazing, amazing. Good job, everyone. Okay, so yes. So magnesium should be taken in the morning. If you're first time here, welcome, welcome. Thank you for being here. Thank you for sharing. Thank you for being a follower as well. For all my old followers and my new followers, thanks for being here. Okay, so magnesium, if you've not heard me talk about this before, magnesium is best in the morning. Why? Because magnesium helps with your metabolism of your carbs, your fats, and your proteins, your macronutrients in the morning. It also helps with your muscle contraction. So this is really important, magnesium in the morning. And how do we remember this? Listen to all the M's. Magnesium in the morning. So that's how you can remember it. Especially that magnesium bisglycinate, which is a muscle relaxant, and that's really important for your cardiac function. It's important for your acid reflux, helps to keep that acid down in the stomach. So for people who suffer with acid reflux, it's important that you can actually open up that magnesium into some water. Great for that acid reflux. Okay, so now let's talk about our viewer spotlight. So every week we like to call out somebody who has had some great feedback on my channels, and I'm so glad to have you all here today. Thank you for being here and thank you for sharing. Okay, this is from Anaya.co. Your content is amazing. Thank you so much, Anaya. Thank you so much for commenting and sending great feedback. And you are this week's viewer spotlight. So maybe everybody who's watching right now, share your great comments, and maybe you'll be next week's viewer spotlight. Okay, awesome, awesome, awesome. Okay, now let's go over to the kitchen. And I've got something that's really shocking. And for people who do take vitamins and supplements, it's something that you definitely want to be aware of. So going over here, there's something called magnesium stearate. Now this is not magnesium. We were just talking about magnesium and when we should best take magnesium, but this is magnesium stearate. It's not the same as the actual mineral, okay? And I'm gonna do this demonstration for you because it is quite shocking and concerning that they actually use this in most vitamins and supplements in the marketplace. Even your most natural, even your most expensive vitamins, even the ones that have been prescribed to you by a practitioner, maybe someone like a naturopath like myself, magnesium stearate. It's a chemical. It may say vegetable magnesium stearate. It may say vegetable stearic acid. It is a chemical, okay? And the material data safety sheet for magnesium stearate is very similar to this common household cleaner, okay? In which, what did they recommend? They recommend that you wear gloves. Now for magnesium stearate, the MD, the material data safety sheet, MDSS, I guess, also says, besides the gloves, when I handle the magnesium stearate, that I'm actually wearing a mask as well, full lab coat. I won't do all of that, but this is important. Now I want you to see this demonstration. Now we all know back from, grade school that an acid plus a base, so I have vinegar in my cups here. Vinegar plus the base is going to cause a chemical reaction. We know this. This is the baking soda. Okay, so I'm going to add the baking soda. We get the whole volcano thing happening. That is normal. That's what I would expect. Woohoo! And there's the volcano. I love this. I did this on TV all last week, which is fun. I always love demonstrating this because people just have no idea about this magnesium stearate in their supplements. Okay, same situation. I've got that baking soda in my capsule now, and that's why they use magnesium stearate, because it makes things more slippy. It coats over the raw materials, your vitamins, your minerals, all those natural, wonderful things that you're taking for your health. It goes on top. It coats it so that they can speed up their production times and making bigger margins, making more product more quickly. They don't need to use it, but they use it to cut the cost of production. Okay, so I also have my, and I hope I can open it up. I have my, there we go, opening it up into that vinegar. So it's the exact same reaction we would expect to happen, but nothing is happening because that magnesium stearate is actually coating. It's going on top of the baking soda. So you have to ask yourself, if you're taking supplements that have magnesium stearate, are you actually absorbing those nutrients well? And that's why, of course, when I take supplements, I always take ones that do not have any of that magnesium stearate, which is so, so important. So that's something that I really want for you to watch on your vitamin labels. I'm going to go and show you an example of a vitamin bottle and a label that actually has that magnesium stearate, so you know what you're looking for, and you can actually screenshot that, because people always ask for the spelling of it. So we're going to go over to that in just a second. But here's the other scary thing as we walk over here. That magnesium stearate has never been tested to be safe for long-term human consumption. Never been tested. And yet it's probably in most of the vitamins that you've got at home, okay? So please check your vitamin bottles. Always, when you are choosing to take supplements, make sure that they do not contain magnesium stearate. Remember, it could also say vegetable stearic acid, vegetable magnesium stearate. They try to make it look like it's all natural, but it's not. It's a chemical. Okay, that's what you're looking for. It's going to be listed under your non-medicinal ingredients on your vitamin labels, and you're just going to look for that magnesium stearate, okay? So please check that out. And there you go. Not the best thing to be ingesting. How many people take vitamins? I'm super curious. Put a 3 in the comments. How many people take vitamins? I know that a lot of you take vitamins. Here we go. Yes? Put a 3 in the comments. Yes, Gino, you take vitamins. I see that. Yes, Andrea, Kathy, What the Fluff, Carrie Richardson, hello, hello. Nice to have you all here today. Thanks for sharing today's live, guys. It's so great to have you here. We've got a lot more show coming up. I've got my hack for cellulite, which you're going to love this recipe. Amazing, amazing. We're going to go over to the beauty set in just a second. For that, yes, okay. A lot of you are taking vitamins, so this is important, and if you didn't know this before, I really want you to check all your vitamin labels. Always look for vitamins that do not have these toxic ingredients, okay, especially that magnesium stearate. Okay, we're at quiz time. Are we ready? If you've been here before, you know what you're in for. We've got 3 quiz questions for today's show, and you have the ability to win a prize. So this week we're actually playing for the thyroid support, and this is from our great sponsors at VitaTree. Thank you to VitaTree for making this show, the Doctor Janine Show, possible in the first place. That's what you're playing for. Make sure that you get your answers in, and then we will randomly select our winner. We will announce last week's winner in just a second, so stay tuned for that as well. Okay, are we ready? Here we go. And we're going to have 30 seconds on the clock. It's true or false, so you got a 50-50 chance. True or false? Is it best to take magnesium, it's best to take magnesium at night to help with muscles and metabolism? You've got 30 seconds on the clock, starting now. Go. It's best to take magnesium at night to help with your muscles and metabolism. Everybody get your Good job, everyone. Lots of answers coming in. Keep your answers coming in. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Got seconds, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay, so of course, the answer is false. So we just talked about it. If you're just tuning in now, it's okay. We've got a couple more quiz questions coming up. And if you didn't know that your magnesium is actually maximized, especially that magnesium bisglycinate, it's best if you take it in the morning. So magnesium in the morning helps with, of course, your metabolism and your muscle function, especially your cardiac function, which of course is one of the most important muscles in the body, of course, your heart muscle. Okay, now let's congratulate last week's winner of the VitaTree Immune Support, and it was user 437-831-889-0221. Congratulations. Congratulations. Please make sure that you are following Team Dr. Janine on certain platforms. Make sure you're following me as well. And congratulations, we're going to send you that prize. Okay, so everybody else has a couple more opportunities to win today for our couple more quiz questions. Is everybody having fun today? Okay, yeah, this is awesome. Okay, now we're going to go talk about the thyroid. I know so many of you had questions last week on low thyroid, what to do with low thyroid. Of course, the thyroid is here. It's one of our master regulators of our metabolism, and it's something that we definitely have to make sure that we are optimizing our thyroid function. We will be talking about circulation, and I've got my hack for cellulite. Great recipe that you've probably never seen before. You're going to love this. We're going to come to that in a few moments. Okay, let's talk about how to improve that thyroid. Tip number 1, and you can screenshot this list when we're done. See that morning sunlight. This is so important. Why? Because it sets yourself up to have healthy circadian rhythms. If you do not see that morning sunlight, then guess what? You cannot make your melatonin for sleep at nighttime. And of course, we always want to optimize our melatonin levels. So this is super important. You've got to see that early morning sunlight, no sunglasses, get as much sun in your eyes. You're not looking directly at the sun. That's not right. But you're outside, open up the windows. If you can't get outside, open up your car windows, your vehicle windows. Hey, get some natural sunlight. As close to sunrise as possible. That's going to help you to make your melatonin for sleep at night, help to balance your leptin levels, and help your thyroid. So important to have healthy circadian rhythms for your thyroid function and your metabolism. Okay, because if you're not sleeping, guess what? Your thyroid is actually most active when you are sleeping. So if you're not sleeping, your thyroid's not working. Okay, so that's really important. Okay, number 2, here we go. Stop your toothpaste that contains fluoride. So always use a fluoride-free toothpaste. What fluoride does, it's in the same chemical group, the halogens, in the periodic table, if you look at a periodic table, and those halogens, what else is in that group is iodine. And your fluoride is going to displace your iodine. What do we need iodine for? Of course, for our proper thyroid function. So make sure you are using toothpaste that does not contain that fluoride. Okay, number 3. Another thing, tea. So make sure that the tea that you're drinking, if you're a tea drinker like I am, make sure that your tea does not contain fluoride. And you can do a little search online, find some brands, of course, that do not have fluoride. Okay, number 4, fix your leptin resistance. So this is, again, so important. Often people who are diagnosed and do have thyroid issues, it started with a leptin resistance. And that's something that I had to discover for myself for fixing my own thyroid function, was to fix my leptin resistance. And if you don't know what that is, I've got tons of content on that, so you can definitely check it out. Okay, number 5 is moderate exercise. Doing too much strenuous exercise, so really training for marathons and doing too many spin classes and You want to do moderate exercise. Is good for the thyroid, helps that blood flow, actually helps thyroid function. That's what the studies show. But if it's too super intense, this is a problem not only for your leptin levels, for your stress, increasing your cortisol levels, and that's going to have an effect on your thyroid gland. Okay, so the moderate exercise, not overdoing it, but you have to do some exercise, some type of movement. Okay, number 6, manage your stress levels. Again, talking about cortisol levels, when our cortisol is out of whack, unfortunately, this is going to affect our thyroid in a negative way as well. So that's really important. Manage your stress. Number 7, we also need to get enough iodine. So one of the ways that I get it is from kelp. I love seaweed as well, so that's fantastic. Getting enough iodine every single day. And number 8, tyrosine. So this is an important amino acid, of course, to make our active thyroid hormone. We need to have enough iodine and tyrosine. That's what makes up our thyroid hormone. So you can take that. This is something that I take in the kelp, and the tyrosine are in my, thing that I take for my supplement that I take for my own thyroid to support that, and I take it every night. As well as one of my favorite herbal medicines, ashwagandha. So if you know all about ashwagandha, not only does it help with managing the stress, but it actually supports the conversion of your active thyroid hormones to that active T3. So that's super important as well. Love ashwagandha. Okay, so screenshot that really quickly for anybody who has low thyroid, slow metabolism, you have difficulty losing that weight, maybe you're feeling cold all the time, you've got that hair loss that we talked about in today's show as well. Please make sure that you are getting that information. Screenshot that really quickly. Okay, guess what? Now, we're talking circulation. Yes, we are. And this is so important. Now, we're talking about our leg veins in particular. This is important for our artery health as well. And I will be coming back to the beauty set in just a second, where I'm going to share that fantastic cellulite hack with you, which is amazing. But there are particular symptoms of poor circulation, and making sure, and this is a vein, a representation of a vein, of course, we want to make sure that the vein walls are strengthened, so that's something that we'll talk about, as well as those valves in the veins have to close so that we have that proper flow and we don't have backflow of blood, and which of course is going to increase the pressure. That can then put extra pressure in the system and increase the likelihood of the varicosities or the varicose veins and things sort of getting big and bulgy. We don't want that. It's very painful to have varicose veins and spider veins. Okay, but don't let me give you all the answers here. Let's talk about symptoms of poor circulation. So one of them, of course, is varicose veins. Another one, the second one, spider veins. So this is an indication that your circulation is compromised. Hemorrhoids as well are another indication of that poor circulation. If you have cold hands and feet and you're prone to that, that can be related not only to your thyroid, but to that poor circulation as well. And we just talked about that low thyroid. Swelling in the feet. So at the end of the day, if you wear socks and you look down and you take your socks off, and that imprintation of that sock is still in your lower extremities, that's an indication of that poor circulation. Again, you've got to do something to get things moving. You could have pain in your feet and in your legs, especially at nighttime. And that's another indication, or maybe restless legs, of that compromised circulation. And of course, let's talk about it, that dreaded cellulite. So when you're young and everything is nice and smooth back here, so imagine everything nice and smooth, and we don't sit around as much, and we're more active. Well, what happens over time, and this happens in women, so only 10% of the population of guys actually get cellulite because their connective tissue is very different. So what happens when we age, imagine, this is the cellulite, that of course it's the dimpling that happens, and that's because of the fascia. So as women, our fascia is going to hold down that extra puffiness, that extracellular fluid that's built up because of that poor circulation, the extra fat because of the hormones, and the toxins that we hold on to. And this is why I'm all about that full body detox, to flush this stuff away. And you can also do things, which I'm going to share in my beauty hack in just a few minutes, about how to actually deal with this cellulite on contact. Okay, I've got a hack for you, a great recipe, you're going to love it. So this is the whole cellulite thing, okay? So what we want to do is, of course, optimize our circulation. Now, we are at quiz question number 2. All right, everybody ready? We've already had one quiz question. We're playing for today the thyroid support from our great sponsors at VitaTree. So we like to thank them for supporting the show in the first place. It's so great to have you all here today. And I know, isn't it so many great topics? I love. Maria, good morning. It's nice to see you. Thank you for tuning in today. It's so great to be here. Okay. And thanks for sharing today's live. Thanks for all the new followers as well. I know there's so many new people here. Let's talk about quiz question number 2. Okay, if you're here for the first time, you've got 30 seconds. Here we go. Put your answers in. True or false? Strenuous exercise is good for a low thyroid. Everybody get your answers in. Strenuous exercise is good for a low thyroid. You got 30 seconds on the clock. Starting now. Get your answers in. All right, good job, everyone. Wow, everybody's looking good today. Goodness. And Katerina, I promise we will talk about hypothyroidism as well. So that's going to be coming up. So make sure you follow me so that we can answer some of those questions there. But maybe that's something we can talk about next week, hypothyroid, because I know a lot of people have questions about that. Thanks for the follow. I'm so sorry. Oh, out of time. I'm talking so much. Thank you. Okay, everybody got their answers in. I think I saw mostly the correct answers. And the answer is, of course, false. Yes, false. Okay, so good job. You have one more opportunity. I have one more quiz question coming up, and that's going to be coming in just a few minutes. Okay, let me take a sip. 1 second. All right, I'm talking a lot today. Well, that's not new. I was on television all last week for 4 days straight, and I just talked and talked and talked. I love to educate people, of course, about natural medicine and what we can all do naturally to be stronger, happy, healthier individuals and communities. Okay, that's what we're all about here at the Dr. Janine Show. Okay, I want to say thank you to our super fans. So I want to thank all of my super fans. Thanks to everybody who supports the channel and all of the work that we do here at the Dr. Janine Show, and of course on all the social media platforms that we're on. It's so great to have you all as part of the big family. So thank you to all of you. Thank you so much for all of your support. And keep it coming in because I love it. It makes me so happy to be able to connect with all you. And Gypsy, yay! I'm glad you're here too. All right, awesome, awesome, awesome. Thank you for tuning in. Okay, so what we're talking about now is tips to improve circulation. So of course we talked about some of, the symptoms of having not so great circulation. We will be going to the beauty set, I promise, about my cellulite hack in just a few minutes. But this is important. How do we improve our circulation? Here are some of my best tips. Okay, number 1 is exercise. Of course, you've got to have movement. And this is why, the cellulite gets worse as we age, because we're more sedentary. We're not running around like we were all day when we were kids. So exercise, some kind of movement is important. Now remember, if you've got a thyroid issue, you're not going to over-exercise, or if you've got a leptin problem, you're not going to over-exercise, but some kind of movement, walking, I love, amazing, amazing. Okay, number 2, massage. So I'm going to show you as part of my hack in just a second. Massage is really, really helpful for that circulation. It does get that blood flowing, great for the cellulite as well. Number 3, hot and cold therapy. This is important because you're actually shunting your blood. So you're forcing your blood, because our physiology, things expand with heat and they contract, of course, with cold. So if you do a hot and cold contrasting shower, or you could do the sauna, the hot tub, and then jumping into a cold pool, or you could do the ice dunks and all these, crazy fun things that I'm working on getting that ice dunk for this winter. I hope we can do it, some kind of tub, even if I have to hack it and get my friends to help me make it. Hello, Sam, yes? We're gonna make that ice dunk. Okay, so that hot and cold therapy, amazing. Number 4, of course, is special ingredients. So this comes from nature, diosmin and hesperidin. This is from the pith of our citrus fruit, so the white part that my mom always said when I was a kid, you gotta eat the white part, that's where all the nutrients are. Well, she was completely right. So important for maintaining the strength of our vein walls. Can you toss me the vein real quick? Thank you. So that diosmin and hesperidin, so to maintain, so imagine this is your vein, to maintain the strength of those vein walls, we definitely want to make sure that we're getting all of those nutrients from our citrus fruits, but it can also be concentrated in a supplement. That's something that I take, is the diosmin in hesperidin, along with the herbal medicine. So these are some of the ones that I love, and I've done a lot of research on the gotu kola, the butcher's broom, and horse chestnut. These are amazing in combination, especially to help from blood, to prevent the blood from pooling in the blood vessels, which is so important, helps to strengthen the vein walls, helps with cellulite as well, which is some research behind these herbs to help with the cellulite. So that's something that in combination that I love to take. It helps with, because especially, I mean, I think about last week, I was standing for, on and off for 4 days, standing, presenting on television. It does a number. It can do a number, of course, on your circulation. So if you're in a job and you stand a lot, you don't have the opportunity to move a lot, that's one thing you can do, is get up and take little breaks and exercise and just pump the blood a little bit to get things moving. But more movement, always better, of course, if you have compromised circulation. Okay, so I want you to screenshot that really quickly so that you've got it. And are we going to the beauty set next? Yes, we are. We're going to be talking cellulite and my cellulite hack. Coming over here, and you will have an opportunity to ask me some questions in just a few moments, so don't go anywhere, and you're going to love that. Okay, so here is the cellulite hack. So remember, with cellulite, we've got to break up that fibrous connective tissue that holds things down. This is really, really important. That's one of the things that I like to do. There's different massage devices out there. I find that for especially the backs of the legs, this is a great one that you can find, and because you're able to get at that area, it's hard to massage yourself. Certainly if you can get professional massage therapists to work on the backs of your legs and do these therapies, amazing, but we don't always have, the means to be able to do that. So something like this is fantastic. On the backs of the legs, you get that going. I like to do this in bed, so I've got my ways of crazy things of, anyways. I do this, so I elevate my legs, work on the backs of my legs like this, and then I've got my recipe close by, and that is castor oil and grapefruit essential oil. And that's all you're going to do. So this recipe is about a half a cup of your castor oil. You're going to mix that into a container and get a hexane-free organic castor oil. You're going to mix that into some kind of container, because ideally you're going to actually keep this because you're going to use this, over time. And then the grapefruit essential oil, just 20 drops. So here we go. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. There. I'm sometimes one for good luck. That's what I always tell the kids anyways. And you're just going to allow that to mix in. You can mix it in, of course, with your finger, and then you apply that to the backs of the legs. Leave that on. So then you're going to cover that with a cotton or a flannel. So if you saw last week's hack, how many of you, I don't know, please put a 1 in the comments if you tried last week's remedy for the abdominal, melting the belly fat. Put a 1 in the comments if anybody's tried that yet. And I hope you're doing it ongoing, because it is amazing, amazing, amazing. And the grapefruit seed, now remember, because it helps with the circulation, remember, think of citrus fruits. The grapefruit's amazing for cellulite, which is fantastic. Okay, Ms. Burchette, you did it. Raina, you did it. Philip, so many of you. Oh my goodness, I'm so happy. So many of you are trying the belly fat one. Yes, Maria, Rosina, you didn't see it? Oh my goodness. Okay, let me just go through that hack really quickly. So all you're gonna do is get some castor oil. You could mix some essential oils in here as well. I just do plain castor oil, and I like to do things, easy and quick at bedtime. Okay, so you're just gonna mix that into your hands and rub it all over your abdomen. So you're gonna rub. So imagine this is my tummy. And this is again for belly fat if you're just tuning in. You're gonna get the castor oil on your hands, all over your belly. I actually go right around my midsection, the entire area. Then I get a cotton flannel with no bleach, no toxic stuff. We always use, do I even have my natural laundry soap? So if you missed this recipe, we make our own laundry soap here, yes, and at home this is what we use to clean our clothes, which is non-toxic. And that's something that we can come back to in a future show as well. So then I've got that castor oil all over my abdomen, and Lucy's helping us here. Then I wrap my flannel. It's actually an old baby blanket that I love, that I don't need anymore, which makes me so sad. We have 5 kids, but I miss the baby stage. Don't get me wrong. And then you're gonna get one of these waist trainer things and sleep. That's all you have to do in the morning. Just take it off and you're good. And then you can reuse that flannel. After probably about 10 times or so, that's when I wash it. And then just keep reusing it. Amazing hack. And I'm telling you, that tummy flatter and flatter. So you are going to love that. I don't know if, please put a 2 in the comments if you've been doing this and you've seen some results already. It's amazing if you're looking to have, like, some people care. Hi, Jocelyn. Thanks for the follow. Thanks for all the shares today as well, guys. Amazing, amazing. Some people don't care about having flat abs, the 6-packs, whatever other people do. So yeah, and thank you for the follows, guys. Oh my goodness, there's so many new people here today. I can't even keep up. All right, awesome, awesome, awesome. Okay, so I want you to see this recipe really quickly, just so that you remember. I want you to screenshot this really quickly so that you've got it. And remember, this show lives on some of the social platforms after the show, after the fact, so you can search it up again. And if you want to rewatch the show, share it with your friends as well, and say, hey, I learned something cool today. And please, more importantly, you've got to try these recipes. It doesn't work for you if you don't try them. So just go out, if you don't have these ingredients at home, the castor oil is important to have at home. It's amazing skin moisturizer as well. Great for your hair, great for your lashes, great for so many things. Okay, maybe we'll share the lashes recipe in a couple weeks as well. That's a good idea. Yeah, see, I think on the fly here. This is a live show, so I got nowhere to go but inside my own brain, which is maybe a scary thing sometimes. I don't know. Okay, here we go. We're at quiz question number 3 already. Are we ready? Okay, this one's a little bit trickier. Let's see who was paying attention. All right, quiz question number 3. Name a herbal medicine that helps with circulation. You've got 30 seconds on the clock. Get your answers in now. Go. Let's see who was paying attention. Awesome. Yes, castor oil help with digestion. Patricia, like that question. You'll have an opportunity to ask me some questions in a second. Okay, you got 15 seconds. Name a herbal medicine. Some people are struggling on this one. Got you. That helps with circulation. Thank you for the follows, guys. So many people coming in. Thanks for sharing today's live as well. Amazing, amazing. Oh, I saw some correct answers of what I actually. Yeah, there's a lot over here. Wow. Okay, we're out of time? Oh my goodness. Why is time flying so quickly today? I don't know what's going on. Yes, okay, everybody, these were the ones that I shared. Certainly other herbal medicines help, but Gotu Kola specifically helps with circulation, and Cellulite, Butcher's Broom, and Horse Chestnut. Congratulations. I saw a lot of people on YouTube had a lot of the right answers. Yes, on Instagram as well, and on TikTok. Congratulations, Natalie. I see you got it. You got it. Congratulations, everyone. So if you're just tuning in right now, we have talked about cellulite. We've talked about circulation. We were in the kitchen. I talked about a toxic ingredient in our vitamins that I want you to all avoid. If you missed that, we can pull it up again and just ask your questions now. Thank you, Devin, for the follow. Thank you, 0123. Thanks for the follow, guy. And Dodie, thank you for following. Thanks for all the new people that are here today. So this is important that, I share natural information based on my years and years of experience. Of course, as a naturopathic doctor and a researcher, I'm working on my 3rd book right now, which I'm super excited. It's launching in just a couple months. So yeah, make sure that you stay tuned for that and that you're following and get all that information and all the links and everything. Yeah, so if you do have questions. Now, next week, we got a few ideas during today's show about what we can be talking about next week. Hyperthyroid, I want to make sure my team behind the scenes is going to add that to the list, because that's something that I'm working on some posts on hyperthyroid right now, but that's important as well. And it's a great topic. And okay, as you wish, CA, do any other procedures help with cellulite, like electrolysis? There are some electrical types of treatments for cellulite. Cellulite is very stubborn. As of yet, as far as I know, there's no proven method to help with cellulite. There's a lot of companies working on lasers and things to help with cellulite, but it's from the inside out. You got to break up that fascia, which we talked about with the cellulite. That fascia is very stubborn, and you've got to flush out that extracellular fluid, that fluid that you're holding on to. I find that detox is a big part of this as well, plus those herbal medicines that we talked about to help to get that circulation going and move those lymphatics. So this is where exercise is really important as well for cellulite. So that's something that you definitely want to, work on to help with that cellulite. Can you sleep? I think Lena Saleh 72, can you sleep with that thing on the stomach? Yes, absolutely. That's what I do. So that's my hack. And you wake up in the morning and a little bit flatter, a little bit flatter, a little bit flatter. Amazing, amazing for that belly fat, just saying. So please make sure that you are going to, oh, the laundry soap. Oh, I'm not sure if we can pull that up from the archives. Yeah, we're gonna have to pull that up next week. So maybe we'll revisit actually the recipe for the laundry soap next week. That's actually great. So you'll have to tune in next week. And we do this show every Tuesday at 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. So at the beginning of the hour that you're watching right now, wherever you're at, I know everybody's here from different parts of the world, and please let me know where you're from. Then we will pull that up and we will be able to do that. Castor oil on the belly at night. Yes, it is. French Latina, so it's castor oil on the belly at night. We can go over there and I can explain it again. If somebody missed it, I can show you that again. Just let me know if you want me to go over. Say yes, yes, yes. And I'll explain the whole castor oil melting belly fat thing again if you want to see that, which is amazing. And yes, please. Okay, yeah. Okay, Trixie, everybody wants me to go back. It's always about the belly fat. I don't know. Everybody always wants to hear about the belly fat. Okay, so earlier today we were talking about cellulite, and that was mixing castor oil, and we had that recipe here. So a half a cup of castor oil with 20 drops of grapefruit essential oil, and you're going to mix that in. It smells divine. It's lovely. And to be honest, you could actually use this on the abdomen as well. Right now, all I do is just plain castor oil, hexane-free, so make sure it's a good quality one. And all you're gonna do, let me go back to Lucy, to melt that belly fat away, which is amazing, is you're going to take your castor oil. I just like put a glop of it in my hand, enough to, like it's a good amount. How much would it be in measurement? Maybe a couple tablespoons. It's a lot. And I massage it in, and I do my whole lymphatic drainage massage thing. Maybe that's for another show as well. So maybe we'll put that in the notes. Specifically how I actually massage. There's this like whole routine that I do to help with the bowel movements, to get things going. Then I move the lymphatics. So that's something that maybe we'll do that next week. Okay, so make sure you tune in. So I'll give you the down low on that one. Okay, and then I massage it all around the back. Great for the kidneys. So castor oil, I've done a post about kidney health and kidney stones and using castor oil for that as well, which is amazing. So I rub that castor oil all around. Then I get my cotton flannel, which of course is washed in my homemade laundry soap, and we will share this recipe again next week, I promise. Okay, I hope somebody's taking notes about all the stuff that we're talking about next week, because I'll remember, but I don't want to miss any of them. Okay, then you take your flannel and then make sure it's washed in something natural. This is the important thing about castor oil, because it's going to help to detoxify. You don't want to be adding toxins in, from your laundry or bleach or anything. So then I just put my flannel. This is an old baby blanket that I still have, which makes me so sad. The babies are all grown up now. Okay, and I have questions about magnesium stearate. We're going to go pop over there to the kitchen again in just a second. And then I get one of these waist trainers and I wrap it as tight as possible around that whole thing. And then in the morning, I just take it off. So you sleep in it, and that's it. And you will see, you're going to love your abs. I'm just going to say, I've been doing it, well, for a little while now. But you're going to love it. You're going to love it. Okay, so there you go. So I hope that helps. Does everybody love that? Is it okay when pregnant? No, I wouldn't recommend this in pregnancy. You can do it after the baby's born, though. And doing that, wrapping the waist, really important. That's something that I learned. And please, were we able to screenshot that? Okay, I hope so. Maybe we can pull it up again really quickly if you're just tuning in. We just talked about the cellulite massage oil. You could use this recipe on the abdomen as well, but I just do plain castor oil on the abdomen. So I've had 4 babies, and that was a hack that I learned when I was working with a medical doctor. One of the nurses that was working there, they always wrap, in certain cultures, they always wrap the abdomen. After you have the baby, of course, for the mom, you wrap really tight, and to get your waist and to get yourself back to normal more quickly. I would put on my tightest jeans, and it would be uncomfortable for the day, but it really helped to shrink all your organs back to where it needs to go. If that's what you care about, not all women do, but yeah. That's just one of the things that I did after having babies. Okay, magnesium stearate. Oh, thank you. We're right here. Magnesium stearate. Oh, we're doing the whole demo again? Okay, magnesium stearate. This is something that you do not want to be ingesting in your supplements. Magnesium stearate, okay? And because it's never been tested for long-term human consumption. And here's the thing, I want you to check your vitamin bottles, because if it says magnesium stearate, it'll be under the non-medicinal ingredients or excipients, depending on, the labeling laws and the country that you live in. Look for that, magnesium stearate. It may say vegetable stearic acid, vegetable magnesium stearate. It's the same stuff, it's a chemical. And they try to make it look like it's more natural, but it's not. And that chemical is and has the same material data safety sheet as this common household cleaner, which tells us what? Right on here, it says wear gloves. And you're ingesting this in your vitamins? I mean, you gotta what the heck? This is crazy, right? So look for that magnesium stearate. It'll be on the label. Now, here's the thing with labeling laws, they don't have to tell you how much magnesium stearate they're using, but again, it's never been tested for long-term human consumption to be safe. So we got to ask ourselves, okay, so really quickly, an acid plus a base, the whole volcano, we've got our baking soda and vinegar. What happens? We get that chemical explosion. That's a normal chemical reaction. Now, in the same case, I have that baking soda, and this is what the industry does. It coats, it goes on top of the raw materials. What we're doing is now it's on top of that raw material. It's on top of, imagine your vitamins, your supplements, the magnesium stearate, so that it's more slippery on the machinery so that it can encapsulate more quickly. And this is still my baking soda, and I'm going to put it into the vinegar. So you would expect the same chemical reaction, but because it is coated in the magnesium stearate, it doesn't break down. It doesn't have the same chemical reaction. So you have to ask yourself, how well are you actually absorbing your nutrients that are coated in this stuff? Not so well, and that's why some vitamins work a lot better than other ones, and especially I would never take myself a supplement that has magnesium stearate in it. So I hope that's a big eye-opener for you. If this is the first time you're hearing about magnesium stearate, maybe you're a new follower, you haven't heard me talk about this, or you don't watch me on TV, please put a 1 in the comments, because I'm super curious. Who's here for the first time? It's the first time and you're like, oh my goodness, I gotta look for this stuff. And please screenshot that so that you know what you're looking for. Thank you for the follow. Oh my God, Lauren, Yuani, Layla, so many, yeah, oh my God, yes, OMG, absolutely. This is crazy stuff, right? And the stuff that they just don't want you to know about in the, vitamin world, that it's so important that we educate ourselves. And that's why I've been talking about it on TV for 14 years now. Educate a lot of people here in Canada anyway about magnesium stearate and why you shouldn't be ingesting it. So I hope that makes sense for a lot of you. Dancer 15, it's your first time hearing about this. Thank you for tuning in today. Aren't you lucky that you tuned in today? It's so much fun to have had you all here today. Amazing, amazing. And I know that we have help in the comments helping to answer some of those questions. If you do have a specific question though, please send an email. So if we can't get to all your questions today, I apologize. There's so much crazy, awesome, in a great way, craziness happening behind the scenes. There's so many new people here today, which is amazing. So please send an email. I know a lot of people are asking about brands and things that we, discuss throughout the show. Please send an email, hello@vitatree.com. Your questions will be answered. And that is a great way. Yeah, Victor, but there are vitamins without them. And of course, it's not something that I talk about on the show, of course, but yeah, so please learn more. If we can't get to answering your question right now, then please send that email to hello@vitatree.com and you'll be able to figure it out pretty quick, I think. Okay, here we go. And yeah, what did we talk about today? We talked about the thyroid. We talked about leptin resistance, which we often talk about. We also talked about how to get healthy from the inside out. And we talk a lot here, and I'm a big proponent of detoxification, doing full body detox to get those toxins out of the body. Please check out my posts that are coming up in the next couple of weeks on all of the different social media channels, no matter which one that you're tuning into, and you will be able to see what I talk about in terms of full body detox. I've got a lot of tips and tricks as to how that you can do that full body detox, especially if you're struggling with your weight, especially if your hormones are out of balance. We talked about cellulite today as well, if you're just tuning in. So this is my cellulite model. I hope you love it. Isn't that great? I had it custom made, yes, from our upholsterer. Isn't it amazing? But yeah, you get the idea what cellulite is. We have this fibrous tissue, and for women, this is very different. Our connective tissue is very different from a man's connective tissue, and that's why when we have that extracellular fluid, that's important that we definitely want to make sure that we're flushing that out. That's why that full body detox is so important as well, to get those toxins out, and that's why I share so much on my social media channels about doing that full body body detox, flushing out, getting that circulation going as well. So we talked about some herbal medicines. If you want me to pull up that slide really quickly to help with circulation, I can pull that up so that you can really screenshot that and my tips for, let's pull that up really quickly, that I know a lot of people have, and I just saw some people are listing brands of supplements that have that magnesium. Oh yeah, even the more expensive professional brands. Hey, I used to prescribe, and I hate to say it, and if you were one of my patients, maybe some of you are watching, when I didn't know about supplements, and I used to prescribe these supplements that had magnesium stearate, not to mention the other fillers and stuff. So, in future shows, I'm going to share, maybe one by one, we'll go through the different fillers and things that are found in supplements. It's scary stuff. It really is. You have to do your due diligence. You have to trust in a brand that doesn't have any of that stuff in it, so that you actually are getting the results from your vitamins and your supplements that you're looking for, so that you feel better. And of course, you may look better as well when we talk about, getting that circulation going, doing detox, and getting that extracellular fluid going, which is so important. Thank you. Yes. Okay, Touch Glow Spa. Yes, definitely. I've done some posts on, some of those foods and things that are allowed in other, here in North America. They're not allowed in other countries. Absolutely. I have shared some information on some of those things on that list, which is great. Thank you. I'm glad that you're so aware, because not everybody is aware of these things. And that's a great thing about social media, is that we can share this fantastic information. If you're just tuning in as well, we talked about the thyroid and tips for low thyroid. Oh, behind me is the tips for that low circulation. So if you wanted to take a quick screenshot of that, and then if you want a screenshot, if you're just tuning in as well, we talked about the thyroid and some of the things to help with thyroid. So let's look at that. Tips to improve that hypothyroid. I've got a lot of social media posts on this as well, so you can definitely check those out. But also make sure that, you screenshot this list, because that's really important for low thyroid. All right, guys. Well, I hope I was able to answer your questions. I'm sorry I couldn't get to everybody today, and thank you for sharing. Don't worry, the fun never stops here at the Dr. Janine Show. Even if you're just tuning in right now, I saw one of the questions came in that, you're wondering, how do you see the whole show? Well, it does live on YouTube. It lives on Instagram as well, under the playlist of the Dr. Janine Show, so you can check it out there. I believe it lives on Facebook for a while as well, so you can check it out. And check out my YouTube channel, check out all the content that I have there. I have videos that are a little bit different on YouTube as compared to some of the other short form, so you can check out. I have interviews with people. It's amazing, so please check it out. Also check out my Be Still channel. So if you need some help with sleep, with relaxation, with meditation, check out my Be Still channel, which is amazing as well, and that will help to relax you with special created hertz of music to help to relax your nervous system and your brain as well. So please check that out. It's Be Still. And thanks, guys. Thanks to everybody who tuned in today for the first time. It's so great to have you here. Have a wonderful week, and make sure that you tune in next week, same time, same channel. We'll see you then. Bye, everyone.